Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on the New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because what's buzzing around the league right now could be one of the most significant shifts for the Giants in recent memory. Rumors are swirling that the San Francisco 49ers are weighing the possibility of trading Trent Williams, one of the most dominant offensive tackles in the NFL. And it's not just idle chatter. Diana Rossini, a trusted insider, has dropped some serious whispers indicating that the 49ers, sitting at 7-6 and struggling a bit with Brock Purdy showing some inconsistencies, might be looking to shake things up ahead of the playoffs. And get this, at the center of this potential blockbuster is Trent Williams, a Hall of Fame caliber tackle, with the Giants reportedly looking at him as a game-changing addition, especially on the offensive line. Now I know what you're thinking. The Giants. Trading for a guy like Williams? That's a huge leap, but hear me out. Right now, Big Blue is sitting at a dismal 2-11, and it's no secret that their offensive line has been a massive problem all season long. They've been allowing a staggering 42 sacks, and with Saquon Barkley's injury, the running game has been pretty much stagnant, averaging just about 110 yards per game after the neighbor's injury. That's just not going to cut it if they want to make a serious run in the postseason. The Giants have been desperate for stability on the front line, and Williams, with his elite track record, could be that anchor. Think about it. He's a guy who's been considered a future Hall of Famer with a career PFF grade averaging around 94. And this year he's been nothing short of spectacular, grading out at 93, 5 in 13 games. He's allowed just one sack all season with an impressive 89% pass block win rate. That's top-tier protection, folks. And if you look at his performance in Week 10 against the Seahawks, Williams didn't give up a single pressure and pancaked 8 defenders. That's what you call dominance. Over his career, he's accumulated over 400 knockdowns and has a YAC rush boost of 3.2 yards per contact, making him not just a protector but also a contributor to the run game. His injury in 2025, a shoulder issue in Week 3, sidetracked him for a bit, but he came back strong, playing 7 games with fewer than 1 sack allowed. Against the Giants' offensive tackles, like Andrew Thomas, who has an 81, 8 PFF grade but has given up 7 sacks, Williams would be a monumental upgrade. The difference would be night and day in protecting Daniel Jones and opening up lanes for Barkley. So why would the 49ers consider trading Williams? Well, the team's defense, which has been solid but allowing around 27 points per game, needs some reinforcements. They're also in cap space, about $18 million, enough to extend Deebo Samuel or add other pieces. But more pressing is the need for assets to bolster their secondary, especially at cornerback, and to prepare for their upcoming draft. Trading Williams, who's on a contract that's relatively manageable, could free up cap space and give them draft capital, especially a first-round pick in 2026, which they could use to build for the future. Now here's where things get really interesting for the Giants. If they manage to pull off a trade for Trent Williams, something that's been floated around as a real possibility, the impact on their team would be immediate and significant. First, and most importantly, it would solidify their offensive line to an elite level. Williams, as I mentioned earlier, is a true anchor, and bringing him in would likely reduce sacks drastically, possibly by around 30% or more. That means Daniel Jones would have more time to make decisions, and the entire offense would flow smoother. Think about this. The Giants' current sack total of 42 could drop to around 29 or even fewer, giving them a much-needed boost in protection. But the benefits go beyond just keeping Jones upright. A stronger line opens up the running game, which has been stagnant all season. With Williams anchoring the left side, we could see an increase of about 20 yards per rush, pushing Saquon Barkley or any other running back to new heights. Just imagine how defenses would have to adjust, giving the Giants more opportunities to stretch the field and run more effectively. The secondary would also benefit from this upgrade because with the offensive line giving the quarterback more time, the passing game can develop, leading to more opportunities deep downfield. Think about how this could elevate the team's overall efficiency, especially for players like Hyatt, who's been waiting for the right opportunities to shine. Looking at the bigger picture, this move could be a game changer in the NFC, something that shifts the balance of power. Currently, the odds for the Giants to win the Super Bowl are around plus 50-0, but if they somehow manage to get Williams and shore up their line, those odds could shorten dramatically, perhaps to plus 25-0 or even better. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Williams' presence would act as an X-factor, much like what we saw with the 49ers in 2021, when their dominant line propelled them deep into the playoffs. In fact, Williams has shown an impressive ability to perform under pressure, including a plus 17% win rate against blitzes, which mirrors the kind of resilience that helped the 49ers make that deep run. Now, I know there are skeptics out there. Some say trading an all-pro like Williams could risk making the offensive line worse, especially if the Giants have to give up a premium pick or some valuable players. But Schefter has noted that contract tensions with Williams could be a factor, which might push the 49ers toward making a deal sooner rather than later. This isn't just about adding a star, it's about strategic rebuilding, and for the Giants, it could be the missing piece to jumpstart their offensive resurgence. Imagine a line with Andrew Thomas protecting Daniel Jones, with Trent Williams now anchoring the left side. The chemistry and protection would be off the charts. The Giants could potentially regain that identity of a tough, physical team that controls the trenches, something fans have been craving for years. It's reminiscent of those legendary Hogs days, where the Giants' offensive line was the backbone of their success. Now, the Giants could be aiming to bring that kind of dominance back, with Williams as a cornerstone of their rebuild. In terms of team building, this trade just makes sense. The Giants are in a position where they need to maximize their offensive line assets, and adding Williams would be like hitting the jackpot. It's a move that says, we're serious about competing now and in the future. Plus, with the current state of the NFC East, where teams like the Eagles and Cowboys are always strong contenders, having a dominant offensive line could be the difference maker in close games and playoff battles. And let's not forget, this move could also serve as a message to the rest of the league. The Giants are not here just to compete, they're here to contend. They're willing to make bold moves, invest in their core, and aim for the ultimate prize, returning to the Super Bowl. With Williams in the fold, their chances of making a deep playoff run would skyrocket, especially with the kind of protection he provides and the leadership he brings to the locker room. Of course, all this is speculative for now, but the signs are pointing toward a significant shakeup in the near future. The Giants have been patient, building their foundation with young talent like Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, but now they might be taking a bold step to accelerate their progress. If they can land Trent Williams, it could be the move that transforms Big Blue from a struggling team into a true NFC contender, a team that's ready to make noise in the playoffs and beyond. So keep your eyes peeled, Giants fans. This potential trade might be closer than we think, and if it happens, it could be one of the most exciting upgrades we've seen in recent Giants history. The future looks bright, and with a little bit of luck and some smart moves, this could be the start of something legendary. It's all about the trenches, folks. And if Williams comes to New York, the Giants' offensive line will be elite again, ready to protect and dominate for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. Do you think landing Trent Williams is the move that could take us back to the promised land? Or do you believe it's too risky? Whatever your thoughts, share them because this is what makes our community strong. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and insights, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news. The road to the Super Bowl might just be getting a whole lot more exciting, and we're all in this together. Let's go, Giants.